What?
The pigeonniers, the pigeon house tower.
Where pigeons used to live?
Yeah.
And what are these, Dusty?
These are excerpted from different diaries and personal journals. They talk about instances of deaths, the death of enslaved workers.
It says right here on Tuesday the 6th, they lost a slave. Was a child slave that died here on the plantation from a sickness.
Right. The overseer is reporting to the owner of the plantation.
He says that I have to now inform you of the death of Daniel, the blacksmith. Here, he became sick on Thursday. So it is a fact that slaves did perish on this property here. And it's our duty to find out if those slaves are still here in some form or another. Dusty, where are we at now? This is
what's purported to be the slave hospital for the plantation.
Is it a helicopter?
Yeah, those are carpenter beams.
Okay. What do they do, Dusty? Do they kill you?
They're wood boring. They tear up our historic structures. They're not friendly.
Dude, dude. Dusty, can we go inside?
For sure can. I'll come around this way.
Oh, wow. Let me get this straight. We're standing in a place that is about the size of my bathroom. That was a hospital?
That's what we're told. A lot of the plantations had doctors that they would employ. They would care for not only the people, but also the livestock of the local community.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why is there a piece of plexiglass over this big black X?
It's an attempt to preserve even the historic graffiti.
So this is historic graffiti?
Right.
Anything you ever hear crazy goes on in there?
There was the legend that is told by the Herzog LeCount family. The legend of the overseer.
Yeah, he was Mr. Miller.
Mr. Miller.
And he was the overseer here. And when during the Civil War, federal troops that came to burn the house.
They came to burn this house down?
This house.
Really?
In April of 1864, federal soldiers closed in on Magnolia's main house with torches. An overseer from the plantation stood in the way on the front porch, pleading with the men to spare the building. The overseer was shot and killed where he stood.
Tale is that they shot him out in the front yard.
Right here on the front porch?
They buried him out here. Now we say, you know, something's missing, you can't find it. Mr. Miller has it.
Really? So he may be the one in here
Right.
messing around with stuff. So
Right.
should we keep our eyes out for Mr. Miller?
Mr. Miller.
Hopefully he's not going to think that we're the Civil War soldiers
No,
coming
he'll
back.
probably be okay.
Probably.
Probably.
Someone probably. So he'll be okay. Probably.
The main house has been in the LeCount family since 1830. Betty Herzog has lived here her entire life.
Can we walk in here? Can you kind of just show me around your house?
This is the hall.
Okay.
We're in.
Look at this guy. Oh, these just paintings that have been here?
This is Ambrose LeCount.
Oh, this is Mr. LeCount.
Right. He built the house.
Okay, he's staring at me. No, I know his eyes don't
And
move.
their eyes follow.
Okay, that's creepy. Let's get away from the painting for a minute. Okay, the painting.
Okay.
Yeah, let's try and see if his eyes follow us in another form later on tonight. Now, you told me earlier that growing up here, you'd sometimes hear like unexplained footsteps going on upstairs, and you think it was Mr. Miller.
This is the bedroom in here where you hear footsteps. Like somebody walking.
Like that. And would you come up here and there'd be nobody up there?
And nobody else in.
Guys, let's, oh man, this is a cool religion. Can we put an X up here?
The main house is a museum rich with history, but in its basement lies a dark and shameful remnant of the past.
What is that?
This you put your ankle on.
Oh, man.
These were for the slaves that was on the front porch for years.
Wow. So they would actually sit here like this. Would they probably do this at night while they sleep so they don't run away? Or is this for punishment, do you think?
Probably both.
Probably both.
Thousands of slaves lived and died in Magnolia Plantation. They spent long hours in the fields and working inside cotton gins during the stifling Louisiana summer.
This is where, I mean, a lot of the slaves that lived here, this is where they came every day.
Right,
They
it's the
worked
work
here
site.
every day.
Yeah, and you've got some of the historic graffiti here
There's
also.
some more historical graffiti. Another X. I've seen this black X. Seeing those everywhere. But you honestly don't know what those mean?
Historic graffiti is all out in
Really? Alright. Look at there's Dusty man over here. We're doing a walkthrough with Dusty. Sometimes when we go into these places, it's almost like these park rangers and stuff kind of don't want to tell you everything that they know. And that's kind of the sense that I'm getting right now. We've been seeing these big, huge black X's painted on the walls everywhere. They're calling it historical graffiti. But, Nick, you agree with me? I think there's something to do with it.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Voodoo, here it's saying the cross is used as a symbol for conjuration, calling the demons for help. Sometimes an X is used to cross someone out. That is why we came here.
We're here with Rolanda. And Rolanda, what basically do you do?
I'm an anthropologist by profession, right.
Is voodoo still being practiced in this area?
I'd have to think so, and very much concealed though, but here, because voodoo, I mean,
Why is it concealed?
well, the negativity associated with it,
And do you think that some of the slaves that lived here did do things like casting spells against some of their owners that they wanted to try and revolt against?
I mean, if you think in terms of, okay, you just beat my son yesterday,
Exactly.
kind of thing,
This
then
is
yes,
their
it's
way.
very conceivable
This
that,
is their way, instead of getting punished by trying to attack them or kill them, their way was to take this voodooism and cast these secret spells and curses against them.
yeah, that's very conceivable, yeah.
When you constantly have stuff and you know we left here, move to the other side, it had something to do with letting us know somebody was watching.
So it would not be a good idea to take a voodoo ritual. I would say no.
The season finale of Celebrity IOU ends on a high note. Josh Rogan gets a heartfelt thank you. You deserve it. That's Pitch Perfect. The finale of Celebrity IOU, Monday night at 9 on HGTV and streaming on Discovery Plus.
Prepare your taste buds. Kit Kat Duos mint and dark chocolate.
Kit Kat Duos, mocha and chocolate. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Anderson, an ideal balance of softness and strength, and more shapes.
Oh, hello. Did you know that coffee mate is triple churning, 2 times richer than milk for one perfect cup of coffee? How do I know so much about coffee mate? I had a cup of tea. Coffee mate. Coffee's perfect milk.
Fabulous. Your city will be finished in just one day.
Finished? I Colosseum, they'll never finish it today.
Unfortunately, we ran out of rainbow.
And it starts on Hulu.
Isn't your brother tea? The new Master Lots.
To watch.
Time to have new originals.
What a prolific one! It's more! Not too warm!
It's happy because you found out the new extra mix from the world class spot.
So, I don't know why you make
And the number was money on Will you capture your home in a simple way? At customink.com.
There's a cute guy from KFC. Let's talk about it. Yeah, no. That's something that should be Israel.
I would love to tell you about all the great savings you can get for bundling your rentals and car insurance with Progressive. Oh, Tony, I found your retainer on the drawer.
Sunday.
Moving and
and his ex-wife and kids.
It's gonna get weird.
I usually sit on his lap when we have breakfast.
You don't need my ass. All new. Sunday at 10 on TLC.
Did any of these archaeological did anything unexplained about any of these buildings? Without further ado, where are we going next? Thank you.
Cabin 1 is the former home of King Agnes, a legendary healer who reportedly lived to be 120 years old.
We came in on the second morning. We had left our stuff in this cabin over there. When we came back the next morning, right across here was a line of yellow colored. So this happened right away. Hey, we're going to give you a message right when you get right now. And we constantly have stuff that we know we left here moved to the other side. This door, which was originally a padlock, was no longer padlocked. And Agnes, because she's the one that's so good at it. If we're spiritually, she was letting us know that she was watching. We found this out. It's amazing. What it originally made, it was an old made by the Catholic Church for blessings from the Virgin Mary. Some owner in the past changed the Virgin Mary for the goddess Ursula. Wow. So that locket is right here. Was found right here. Right there. I think it's a great idea.
I will.
Just as we were...
Is there anybody here? If there is, can you give us a presence now?
Yeah, 4 states scheduled for. Whoa.
Just then, we all heard a loud noise, as if it was responding to my request. Here it is again with the enhanced audio.
Whoa.
Earlier, we discovered from Betty, who grew up in this house, much of the unexplained sounds came from upstairs. We decided